Good morning, traders. I'm Adam Harris, and this is your opening bell. So, guys, it is Thursday. It is the second last day of the trading week. There's quite a bit to talk about. So, first of all, let's start with economic Canada news at 1:30 UK time today. We have initial jobless claims coming out of the US. The US is starting to see a dampening of the inflation. That's a good thing. And so it would have to be a shock number, a surprise number. It could even be a good number, but it would have to be a really, really bad, big surprise number to kind of have an impact on the markets. I've been talking this whole week about which way the dollar is going. Is its recent trend of weakening going to continue? And as a result of the close yesterday, it appears as though that trend is still intact, and therefore the expectation that that dollar is going to weaken is reasonable. This is what the markets are telling us. Now, in terms of earnings, we've got Costco, we've got British American Tobacco, Lululemon, DocuSign. We had a couple of those last week as well. In dividends, we've got Dick's Sporting Goods, Harley Davidson, Kimberly-Clark Pharmaceuticals, you know them, Singapore Airlines, and Walmart. And then we have an IPO today out of the US, which is Sondor's. If we go and have a look at the markets, we look at the dollar index. What I wanted to mention here is that the dollar has set up the dollar index, which is again measured. It's an index, which is a measure of a basket of currencies. And it has produced a bearish signal. If we follow through on that by breaking the low of yesterday, we should see a continuation to the downside. So euro, dollar, sterling, Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, dollar yen have all set up for trend continuation. So my expectation today is to see euro dollar, GBP dollar all head higher, is to see dollar yen head lower. Should we break yesterday's low, that is my expectation. Gold is holding up well. So gold actually finished really strong yesterday. So I expect gold to continue to head higher today. Crude oil broke through support and is heading lower. So this is interesting because it's kind of broke ranks with the rest of the other commodities. Then if we have a look at the US indices, they are interesting. There are signs of weakness in the indices across the board and in equities. So in other words, some of them have dropped a little bit. Apple, for example, is heading a little bit lower, and that could be a very significant pattern, which I'll discuss next week because it's not complete yet. So it needs a bit more time to bake before I can say to you this is what it's likely to do. And so the indices today, it's quite important. My expectation is they should head higher, but they are looking weaker than they should. So there could be a bit of a lag. They could be kind of treading water, and then today they'll catch up. But if they head lower today, that could hint actually at medium-term weakness. In other words, we could be seeing weakness, bearishness return to the markets. But that doesn't really add up with what we've seen lately. We shouldn't be getting a weaker dollar and getting weaker indices just under the current environment. Not as a general rule, but under the current environment. So there are a lot of equities, major ones, tech stocks that have headed lower. In amongst those, of course, is Tesla. So Tesla's not special today. It has headed lower, but so have others. Okay, and then if we have a look at bonds, they're still pushing up a little bit. They could be in a bull flag, so we'll know if that's going to be the case if they head lower, but they haven't been heading higher like this for a while, and so they still look relatively bullish, but not super strong. And then cryptos. So cryptos are treading water. Now, if equities are going to take a hit, so are cryptos. But if equities can manage to climb out where they are, cryptos should be able to do that as well. And I think that there's a bit of a lag. If cryptos can get past all this kind of FTX stuff and kind of get that in the rearview mirror, we could see, and especially if equities have risen during that time, we could see a massive kind of move on cryptos. But that could be 3 months from now. So that's just kind of that's my plan with those. So I'm going to leave you with that. My expectation today is to see that dollar weaken, to see equities climb. If they don't, that in itself is a very strong signal for the coming weeks and potentially months. But they should. Gold is looking good, oil is looking nice and weak, and we've got some trading opportunities in currencies. So today there should be some really good opportunities. I've been waiting for the market to turn. It looks like it did turn in the last 24 hours, so we should see some with trend opportunities today. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will see you in future videos. Thank you.